Welcome back to another video. These I've got about a few role-based access control questions and some answers. Define role-based access control and components. You look at rules, permissions, and users. For this question, roles are a collection of permissions defining what users can perform, which align as either an administrator or an editor. Permission specific rights, so within your role you've got certain rights that you would have, and resources, which are read or write. And users is determining what permissions you have. The next question would more likely, all these questions are more policy, are just how you would do stuff and what you have done. They want to know a lot of information before they employ. Explain the principles of least privilege and how it applies to role-based access control. You look at admin, which is full access, a manager as someone who manages a team, data, or generates reports, an employee just accessing personal data and report submissions. So these are the kind of how you would assign user roles, roles based in job functions, and adhering to the company's policies and procedures. How do you audit and monitor access controls in role-based in RBAC systems? This is all about auditing, monitoring, and access and logging access requests, changes, roles, and permissions. This also includes failed access attempts and modifications to access policies, all the logs which are stored in the back end, and which is then anything which is in the logs is all accessible by either a person with full access or a manager, or even someone like myself. What are the best practices on managing role explosion in RBAC? You're looking at role hierarchy, so there's a hierarchy structure, parent roles, reducing redundancy, role engineering, designing roles aligned to business processes and user needs. Principle of least privilege, assigning users to minimal access and giving them this is more to do with a job function. So role consolidation as well. So you've got dynamic roles. These are all the answers that I'm giving you, and all these are like hints for this question. So you look at dynamic roles, you give an example of what a dynamic role is, and automated role management. The next question, this question only gets asked from a solution architect point of view. They don't usually ask this question as a developer or SME. Well, when I was a developer and SME, I never got asked this question. I do get asked this question quite frequently as well. Describe how RBAC can be integrated with microservice architecture. So you've got tokenization within authentication. So token-based authorization. So how each tokens are given permissions and resources. So centralized authentication and authorization service. So implementing a service which handles authentication and authorization, issuing token roles to each permission. Auditing and logging, how you would track access and you monitor and your compliance. For the developers, we've got a wonderful question, which you get given a test to design a REST API endpoint to manage user roles in RBAC systems. It's a really wonderful kind of test that you get to do. It's quite fun. I've done it before. It's enjoyable using your JSON scripts, or you can use Java Beans, but it's mainly done as a JSON script using an API script. You can do it in any or Explain how you would integrate RBAC with OAuth 2.0 for web applications. So you implement a OAuth 2.0 setup. You set it up, set up the authorization, authentication, and token instances. Assigning roles and users. So you assign a role based on the user identity during authentication. Include role tokens. Enforce RBAC in the application, and defining roles and permissions. They're the top 7 questions I would say that usually come up for role-based access control. I won't be able to put all the questions and answers in the message afterward, but they're the main top 7 questions that you would get. But these are some of the next couple of videos is all going to be around interview questions. This is part 3. So please like, share, follow. This is a quick short video. Please like, share, follow. I'm going live again tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'm going to try and do a tomorrow morning video. So a live event. I can talk about some of this stuff if you want. Just drop me a message, and we can have that conversation. I can put that conversation into the live event. If there's anything else that you guys want to ask me, drop me a message, drop me a like, drop me a follow, and try and reshare if you can. That'd be most appreciated. Thanks. Bye.